When we plan acceleration lessons, we should be focusing on three primary components: key concepts, associated vocabulary, and the debunking of common misconceptions. In math, key concepts and vocabulary are very closely linked, and understanding the academic vocabulary is a critical factor that directly impacts student success. Introducing the students to and having them interact with the vocabulary associated with upcoming core instruction increases the likelihood that the students will successfully access the upcoming lesson's critical content. Remember, you can find the vocabulary associated with each standard in the CRMs, which can be accessed through the Curriculum tab on the IMS Resources homepage. At Lakeville Elementary, Megan Hodges uses a whole group approach in a relaxed yet structured environment.
So I'm actually going to talk to you today, not just the triangles, that's what we're going to practice later, but I'm going to talk to you about the next step. Not just triangles, but a shape with four sides. Those are very good. You can write that on your board if you'd like. That's important vocabulary, right? Quadrilateral. And my class, I know I've mentioned to you, quad is a prefix that means four. That's why it's a four-sided shape. Very good. So quad is the clue that helps us remember. Quadrilateral is any shape with four sides. Okay? Any shape. This is the new stuff, and I'm so glad you guys saw it. You can look above my head on your iReady. These are the new vocabulary words. I told you there's loads. Quadrilateral is at the very top, right? And it points down. So everything under quadrilateral is also a, because they all have, good. So this is what someone said earlier, Haley, isn't a rectangle or a square a special type? So this is where, it's like a flow map. So what's the first one under quadrilateral? Parallelogram. Let's put that in one of the boxes. Parallelogram. And of course it has what word inside of it? What did we say about a parallelogram? How many pairs? Very good. Two pairs. For it to be a parallelogram, we have to have two pairs of parallel lines. There we go. And you know what? You remember when we wrote parallel really funny? You want to write it funny again? No, it's all right. This is, if you practice writing it and saying it and doing it, we're good. That's why we're doing it lots of different ways. Two pairs of parallel lines. That was important. Can you make me a quadrilateral? I'm gonna make it a bit harder now. Can you do it using only two colors? Two colors. Is that colors? Because, go ahead, Amina. A square has two sides that are the same? A rectangle has opposite sides that are the same. Opposite. A square has how many sides that are the same? Very good. That's the difference, isn't it? Square's got four equal sides, and rectangle's got two opposite. I want everyone to be talking now. I'm only going to give you a few moments. Talking about what do you notice about this rectangle or a rectangle that someone has made. Can you talk to each other about that? I'm going to jot down what I hear. Angles, lines, what do you notice? Talk with the person next to you, please. That's much better. Right angles. How many right angles would you say? How many? Good. So right angles. What else? Two pairs. Okay. Anything else? There's more. Perpendicular. Perpendicular what? Sits. Good, Anastasia. Run another room. Okay, this is what I've heard so far. Right angles are found in this rectangle. How many right angles are found? Four. But you guys know whenever there's a right angle, that means there's perpendicular lines. Good. People have also noticed parallel lines in this quadrilateral. How can you see your parallel lines? Well, you don't even need to draw. The opposite sides are blue and Haley's rectangle. They will never touch if they get extended. The pink lines will never touch if they get extended. So if you're looking at Haley's, she has 2 pairs of parallel lines. And parallel lines, what are you noticing? They're on the... That's key. That's absolutely key. Let's recap. Parallelogram and a rectangle, what do they have in common? What's the same? It's like a tilted one, but they both have 2 pairs of parallel lines. What's
When Megan transitions to her small group rotation, she is still careful to include vocabulary instruction, utilizing dry erase boards and manipulatives.
Vocabulary. That you remember, we talked on Tuesday, I gave you loads of funny words, and I said write them funny ways, and say them funny ways, and make up silly ways to remember them. Because there's so many vocabulary words, you gotta know them all. There was 2 categories I mentioned. Do you know the 2 categories? Angles and lines. Okay, that should help. Oh, length of sides. Sides. But we can think of it like lines, can't we? But you're right. Let's write it down. Sides. What words do you remember? Scaling was one. Isosceles was one. And what was it? Was that to describe angle or sides? Sides. Scaling. And I wrote that one really funny last time, so you remember the fun. Scaling. Isosceles will be hard to spell. But what was important about the way we wrote it?
It had 2 sides that were the same.
Well, it had 2 big S's to represent. Very good. Scalene, isosceles, Chiari, Anastasia. I'm going to give you a chance to tell me the other one. Equilateral. Yep. But it's not spelled like equal, but we need to think of it like. Now, angles. You guys know the 3 types of angles. We talked about them. Go write them. Go write them. Go write them. You've got 3. Both right. Go write them. This person made a triangle. This is what type of triangle? We have 2 names for it. 2 names based on the angles and the sides. It's scalene, isosceles, or equilateral. It is. How do you know it's right? How do you know
all the straws are the same.
all the straws are the same color, but that tells you they're all the same.
Side.
Good. So what type of angles? Acute. So because they're all acute, that's what we need to do.
Conway Elementary's Amber Wiltsey has her students create their own reference charts with the lesson's associated vocabulary.
You can tell me one attribute of our square without looking at our notes right now. Wait,
Polygon.
why is it a polygon?
Because it
It has, which part of that makes it a polygon? Closed in with straight sides. What else, Naya? Why is it a quadrilateral? It has 4 sides. Okay, Jayliani? Okay, what does that mean? It has 4 congruent sides. 4 equal sides. We know that all sides are the same length. Think about your colors. Look at your colors. Color coded our square for a reason. Anybody remember what the colors represent? Pairs of what don't they do?
They don't touch.
They don't touch. What's that called?
Parallel.
Parallel. Okay, so we have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Remember that meant pairs come in 2. The 2 opposite sides are parallel. Okay?
During the small group rotation, Jamie Miller at Lawton Childs challenges her students to construct examples of various vocabulary terms out of toothpicks.
Is this an acute triangle?
No.
No, why do you say no? Well, it doesn't have 3 acutes, definitely. So these 2 might be acute, but this is right. How do you know it's a right triangle?
Because it has
Straight.
1.
It has what? It has 1 right, and how did you know this is a right angle? Because it's straight. So you can do the little box thing, or I see that they're straight. What kind of triangle is it? How do you know it's an acute triangle? 3 acute what's? Angles. Very good. Do you see J-bar Mars right here? and Salma's hers is a little off, but it still tells or shows you that it's an acute triangle piece.
A commonly used tool is a math interactive notebook. At Wyndham Lakes, Amanda Small frequently encourages her students to refer back to their notebooks to clarify or deepen their understanding.
I want to make sure that we know all the different types, not all the different types, all the units within time. So how many seconds are in a minute? 60. So you have 60 seconds equals 1 minute. How many minutes in an hour?
24.
No.
60.
Very good. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. From hours, where do we go? Raise your hand, please. From hours, where do we go? Days. How many hours are in a day, Christian? 24. 24 hours equals 1 day. From days, where are we going to move to? Genesis. Comes after days. I'm sorry? Weeks. How many days are in a week? 7 days in a week. 7 days equals 1 week. Think about it. Go back to our beginning notes, our star notes. Find your star notes now. Find your star notes now. If we are going, these are still units. Just because we're talking about days, weeks, and hours, they're still units. If we are going from a small unit to a large unit to small unit, you guys are turning and talking and telling each other which operation you are using. Comprende? Comprende?
Comprendo.
Ready, talk.
Ready, okay. Yes.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat after me.
Repeat after you.
When I go from a large unit to a small unit, I said repeat after me.
Repeat after you.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after you.
Large unit
Large
to
unit
a small unit.
to a small unit.
You do what?
You multiply.
Multiply. Remember, units are the opposite. That's why you were just supposed to review your notes to explain the difference between the customary system and the metric system. Before I do so, I want you guys to turn and talk really quick. It should be a quick conversation. What is the difference between customary and metric? Ready, talk.
Ready, okay. Metric system is the easy way, and the customary system is the United States. Customary system in the United States. Metric system in the countries that right here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are going to go over all of your keywords because you're about to see these keywords again, but within the measurement problems. Comprende?
Amanda also incorporates physical activities in her lessons to enhance and reinforce vocabulary comprehension.
We are going to play our quick review game before I give you your next word problems. Put it up. Before we play or start our next word problem section within measurement, with that being said, if you are out, you are sitting down and helping me catch other students who are out. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Everybody's got to be facing me. Come on, Christian. Sum, product, quotient. I'm going to try to trick you and add all of our vocab in here. Numerator. Good. Fraction.
Part of a
All
whole.
right. Part of a whole. Okay, Genesis, stand back up. We're starting off slow. Let's do denominator. Each. Show me one of the other. Split. Take away. Sum. together. Good. In all. In all. Okay. Multiple. Good. Spend. Dividend. Times as many.
It's always a good idea to create a print-rich environment for your lessons that highlights vocabulary and, whenever possible, includes visual examples, which are especially helpful for our ELL students. Thank you for viewing Episode 3 of the MAO Narrowing the Gap video series. We hope you found it helpful and informative. Be sure to check out additional episodes as we work together to narrow achievement gaps throughout the district.